The only thing of permanence here on earth is you. You are the only energy of permanence. You're the only thing that's permanent about your existence here on earth is you. Literally. That's all. That's all that we ever have known as permanence. Like we only know that we exist. Honestly. Like that's all that we understand and know. Y'all get what I'm saying? We only know that because you can say that other people exist and all of that, but how do you know? Like honestly, how do you act? How can you really say that you know definitively that that person exists? The only thing of real consciousness is your consciousness. It's really the only thing that you can really be conscious of is you. Your energy, energy you put off, the energy you receive, how you react to energy, how you use energy, how you let go of energy, how you lose energy. That's all you understand is you and what's going on with you and your orientation. And the more that it took me looking at some things about myself for me to realize that. And like I'm looking at, okay, because I'm looking to do 75 hard again. And I'm like, man, my whole life I've been restricting myself. Like that's how I control myself. I restrict the way I eat. I restrict the way I do things. I restrict my way through life. And where has it gotten me? How do I feel about it? How can I continue to move forward? Why is it that I feel like I always need to keep doing stuff to be a better person? Why do I feel like I need to do this or become that or have this or have that in order to be this person, be that person, in order to enjoy my life, in order to feel like I've done something or accomplished something? Why do I have to do something? And also just thinking like, does it matter? Am I growing? Am I changing? Is anything changing in my life? Really? And I'm not saying that it's negative thinking or that like I'm down on myself or that I'm not appreciative of all of the many blessings and love and peace and just energy within my life, the people, my abilities, everything the synchronicities. Like I'm very much so aware of all of the blessings in my life. I just think like me as a being, I question me as a being. I question my evolution as a being. And because you can change your life. Here on earth, the material world, you can create a lot in the material world and not really change that much with yourself spiritually. Honestly, you can gain a lot in the world without gaining anything spiritually. We see it all the time. This is why people get money and fame and have everything that they wanted, that they could ever dream of, handed to them, given to them, even if they work for it. Give it like they have it, and yet and still they're completely depressed to the point where they're literally committing unalivingness, right? So you can gain so much on this material world and be spiritually in debt, be spiritually broke, be spiritually lost, be spiritually empty, be spiritually hollow, be spiritually just wandering through life. And in so many ways, I believe like, okay, that's cool, because just like how you can be financially illiterate or literally illiterate, that could be the same with your spirit and your soul. And this is why we seek out teachers. This is why we seek out answers. This is why we go through these evolutions and all these different things to transform, in hopes of transforming ourselves and being able to realize that there is no transformation. There's really just you realizing you. Because again, the only thing that really exists is you. That's all you can really say, is that you exist. Because you gotta think. Just think about your mind, how many thoughts you go through in your mind. How, especially if you're a visual person, you have seen a lot of things in your life that probably don't exist. They do exist, you don't know. Your dreams, all of that. Like you can see so much. We can dream up so much in our being. And then the subconscious mind is already holding on to so much shit that you done went through in your life. The subconscious mind has not lost any part of you. It's literally has kept a record of everything. It's just not verbalized. It's just not in the conscious, because your mind can't handle all that at one time. I can't be thinking about or dealing with or holding on to or being in understanding of and being aware of 2-year-old me at 34. I can't do that. Now, there's a part of me that has no choice but to do it, the subconscious, the inner being, right? The inner being, whatever the case may be, the infinite being, has no choice but to hold on to that and use that to get through life. But to me, to be consciously aware of that will take up a lot of all of this. It'll take up all of that. Like, it'll take up all my brain space. Now it's there. The energy is always there. So, anyhow, if you can think about all the stuff that we've ever thought about, I bet you've thought about songs and recipes, and you've seen people that you've never seen in places that you've never seen, like situations and dreams and just things that you've never seen before. If you, as one being, can do that, you and all your limitations of what you know and what you don't know, what you've seen and what you don't see, if you can dream up and see so many things just in one you, who's to say that all of this shit ain't something you done dreamed up and you just living through it and you're so consciously aware of it and really you believe it to be true that it's here in front of you? Who's to say? Now that's a whole other, thought process. But at the end, when you just bring it down to a practical level, it's just you. And that's really what I'm saying is it's just me. I really am here to master me, master my mind, master my being, be aware of it, use it to the best of my ability as I go through life. And to also be who I am so that other people can be who they are. And do that in the way that's me, however that may be. And I believe that's how we all should be, do whatever you can do in your being I don't want to say to the best of your abilities and be this like monument of yourself. No, but just literally be you, be your being. And being you, other people have no choice but to be themselves, and they feel your energy. They feel the truthness of it. Just think about it. All of these things around us, the trees, the sun, the moon, all these different beings, all these different celestial beings, the sky, all of this, earth, animals. They're just being animals. They just being a tree. The tree just gonna be the tree. You gonna be a human, I'm gonna be a tree. Like, I'm just gonna be me. So the sky, I'm gonna be the sky. I'm gonna be the clouds. I'm gonna be the sun. Everything on earth is so earthy. It's so real. It's so unchanging. But it grows and all these different things, but it's still just here on earth. So the permanence of the trees and the sun and the moon and all of that, the fact that is so permanent in us, it allows us to be permanent because we start to see time. Because we really wouldn't know time or any of that or be able to pinpoint anything if the earth wasn't doing what the earth had to do. Because otherwise we wouldn't even, why would time even matter? If we didn't see changes in the earth and things on the earth that stay, like trees have been here forever, right? So we've been able to learn it, adapt to it, and realize, okay, this has gone on. This tree is this many years, this much time has passed. But if we didn't have these things on earth to actually help us realize time, like the sun coming up and, if we wouldn't understand time, and we wouldn't even put time on anything because there would be no reference points to say, okay, energy has passed by. Time has gone by. There would be nothing to do that. So, again, it's just you being you. That came back to me saying that's just you being you. Come down to that. And I just feel like I'm a young soul and an old soul at the same time. Like, I don't really know what the fuck is going on up in here. And then I'll be like, I got it. I got it figured out. And maybe that's my life path, being alive at 11. Because imagine being a master coming down and now you have to live amongst the people. And you already at the master level. But it's like you kind of have to master your mastery so that you can come down here and be in the world but not of the world. And I think that's what it comes down to. Being in your godlike state, being in your state of being while still being here on earth and dealing with earthly things. But I'm going to let y'all go. I just want to come on because I thought I was going to post every day. I'm about to get ready to go to work, I'm hurt because it's freezing. But I need to go for a little walk and clear my head. I'm glad I did. So, yeah. Janika. And what's up, Samaria? I used to always my name Samira. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I had to get that out because it was on my head. And I'm doing all this because, like I said, I'm thinking about doing 75 hard again. And I'm just thinking about like the things that I tell myself, how I speak to myself, and realizing like I need to be harder on myself, but also like stop being so hard on yourself. It's like I'm not sure how to do it. I guess love, lead with love, self care, and do everything from a space of love, not a space of you're not good enough, so you need to do this, but more so from a space of I love you so much, and I want you to grow so much, and I want you to enjoy life so much that I don't want you to do that anymore. I want you to do things like this. We gonna do things like this because I love myself too much to do those things. I love myself so much that I want to do more of these things, bring more into my life versus being like, I hate myself so much, I need to stop doing this. Or I'm not good enough, so I need to stop doing this. Or in order to be better, I need to do this. But more so, I love you too much to let you not do this. I love you too much to allow you to do the things you shouldn't be doing. Tell me what you think.